I wonder why I'm the one who showed up now, and not some other class that costs a lot less than me.
Oh, it's probably because my price is expensive too. To play for me, the player needs to give as many as 900 candies.
Sweets? What does candy mean? They used to buy classes only for diamonds.
Bro, you've been sleeping for so long. Halloween is currently in progress, and the game has already released its second Halloween update called Potion Making.
Oh, I see now. But how can an ordinary player get so many candies? Because usually the gameplay happens this way.
In general, the gameplay does not change much. It only adds that you need to knock on houses at night so that they give you sweets, and you also need to brew potions. Because now there is also a vat on the spawn next to the campfire in which you can brew potions. At least 5 candies are given for each potion.
And if the player plays for me, then the characters in the houses will give not 3 candies, but 4 each.
Who else are you?
Don't pay attention. Cyborg hasn't interacted with other classes for a long time and doesn't really know what update is in the game.
And I don't need it, because I'm a cyborg and I have a huge blaster that not only does huge damage, but also does area damage. I'm the best class in the game.
Actually, I also deal area damage, and my potions are endless.
Did someone talk about endless rounds? It's cool, but do your bullets also have a toxic effect?
I don't really need the poisoning effect because my damage is so high that I don't even need poison.
What's this?
This is a new tool that players must interact with. This is a cauldron into which you need to throw certain ingredients, and it will give candies and potions.
Okay, personally, I'm only interested in candy, and keep the rest for yourself. I don't drink potions, but I really like sweets.
Yes, I'll only have candy too.
Can we make a potion that will turn them into frogs?
Let's do it.
Well, as agreed, you'll get the potion, we'll get the candy.
I had a few more potions with me, so that I could turn them into frogs with at least one of them.
Hey, what's up? I was just a cyborg. Why do I feel like some kind of smelly sheep?
And now, for some reason, my head is very hot, and I feel like I'm sitting on a horse.
But for some reason, I've shrunk a lot, and it's like I'm flying.
Hey, where's my armored blaster gone? Why do I feel very cheap?
And I even like this body. There is no armor that is heavy and full of spikes.
And where did they jump off to? They won't stay frogs forever?
Yes, soon the potion will stop working and they will become the same.
We were nasty frogs, but where are we now?
I don't know, but I really want to eat. Let's eat these frogs and head back.
Just don't shoot them with your darts, or the meat will be sent. Let me show you the full power of my blaster.
Listen, we drank a useful potion. At first, we were frogs and we jumped fun. But now we have turned into terrifying animals, and the strongest classes in the game are afraid of us.
Yes, it's a cool update, but soon we will become who we really are again.
Well, what? Now we're rabbits again. Yeah, so I suggest we run back to our hole as soon as possible, because we're out of potions. Wait, what's that behind you? Oh, cool. It's another potion, but what does it say? I do not know. I am an ordinary rabbit. I cannot read. Let's break it down and find out the effect.
Yo, happy Halloween! Or the horror of another Halloween. I don't know which is correct. I've never celebrated it.
Hey, what did you just say? Did you say you're the best class in the game? Well, prove it. What can you do? Do you have a katana, a sword, a shield, a revolver, a laser gun, an aerial attack? What? Why? Where did you get that from?
Yo, dude, chill out. I just joined the game and didn't say anything like that. Where did you even get the idea that I'm the best class in the game?
I don't know. Usually when a new class appears in the game, it claims to be the best. And by the way, Ram is standing behind you, watching our conversation and eating popcorn.
Guys, I recently finished watching my favorite anime, which I've been watching for several months. I have nothing to do, and your conversation seems interesting to me.
Get out of here!
And if I don't leave, what will you do to me?
Does this happen often here?
I don't know, I didn't appear in videos myself before.
What the hell?
But how is that possible? You've been in the game for a long time, and as far as I know, there's a video on the channel where all the classes get to know each other.
Yes, but I didn't get there, and it's only thanks to the comments under this video that I'm here now.
Well, okay.
Since we've met, tell me about your abilities and what you're good at.
Yes, of course. At the moment, I am the only class in the game that can be purchased with candy instead of diamonds.
Cool, what are you doing?
Well, basically, the only thing I do is give more candy when you approach the house on the map. That is, instead of 3 pieces of candy, I give 4.
Well, that makes sense. Why else would you need candy, except that you can buy someone with it?
Well, for now, besides candy, you can buy rabbit and dog skins, and cosmetics that look scary.
Is that all? No offense, but I think you're a useless class.
At the moment, this is true, but over time, there will be many more exclusive rewards that can be purchased with candy, and perhaps another class will appear that will be very imbalanced and will cost a large amount of candy. So now is the time to take me and farm as much candy as possible.
And if that happens, then you can truly become one of the best classes in the game.
No, I would call myself the key to acquiring the best exclusive class in the game as quickly as possible.
Who said something about the best class? I think I should be in the top 3 list of the best classes in the game.
And why is that?
Well, first of all, at the start of the game, the player immediately has access to a katana, which can be used not only to quickly kill hostile animals and obtain meat, but also to chop up demons. Also at the start, 120 kunai are immediately available, which will help to quickly free the missing children.
What you say makes sense, but you cost a whopping 500 diamonds. Do you really think many players have 500 diamonds? They would have to save up for weeks to buy you. And honestly, it's better to earn a little more diamonds and buy a cyborg for 600 diamonds right away.
So you think the cyborg is better than you, since you're suggesting players buy it instead of you?
The cyborg and I are in completely different categories. He costs 600 crystals and I only cost 55. You could say that players who have played the game 3 times can already buy me, and I will be much more useful to them than you with your 120 kunai. And what demons were you talking about anyway? There are no demons in the game, only mutant creatures.
Now that we've touched on the topic of usefulness in the game, tell us about your abilities.
Oh, they are unique. First, at the beginning of the game, the player is given 1 random item, and imagine, it could even be a shotgun. Also, with the chest partially open, there is a 50% chance that an item much better than what could have dropped will drop.
Yo, dude, turns out you've got some really cool abilities. I'm even surprised you're so cheap.
Hold off on your conclusions, because you only talked about the advantages and now we're moving on to the disadvantages. The first disadvantage is that most often at the beginning of the game, the player only gets a bandage. The second major disadvantage is that in addition to a 50% chance of success, there is also a 50% chance that the chest will drop an item that is worse than the one that could have dropped. And thirdly, if we are talking about usefulness in the game, it is better for players to buy the woodcutter class. Although it costs a little more, It will be more useful than you.
Yo, who mentioned lumberjack? I only cost 70 diamonds. I get an upgraded axe right at the start of the game, and when I chop down trees, more logs fall than usual.
Here he is. Well, I don't think he'll say another word for the rest of the video because he's already told us everything about himself.
Well, nice to meet you, lumberjack. I'm the kind of guy who gets bought with candy, not diamonds. Hey, what's wrong with him?
Oh, don't worry, he's fine. He's just a man of few words.
By the way, what about Fire Bandit? I heard that he is also in the game, and in my opinion, he is cheaper than you. Maybe then, he will be more useful than all of you.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Please tell me my demo version. Do you agree that you are better than me? After all, you run slower than me, and you have neither a katana nor kunai.
Well, I'm hardly your demo version, because I'm a completely different character with different abilities. And just because you appeared in the game before me doesn't mean you have the right to call me your demo version. And since we're on the subject, yes, I think I'll be more useful than you in the game.
And why is that? Give me some arguments.
Well, first of all, I'm much cheaper, specifically 200 diamonds, while you cost 500. Also, as far as I know, the number of your kunai is limited. You only have 120 of them. And yes, even though that's a lot, and you have an extra chance of finding a couple more kunai in the chest, it's still crap. If a player buys me, he will have a fire crossbow available at the start, which not only has an infinite number of fire arrows, but also gives additional damage in the form of fire. It's like using the Poison Master class, but paying less for diamonds. And also at the start, fire potions are available to me, which will be useful in order to repel a crowd of enemies.
Well, yes, you cost a lot less than me, but if you choose between Poison Master and you, then it's better to choose Poison Master because you cost the same. And he also has armor that is also covered with poison. So the real shit here is you.
Stop fighting! Each class is good and unique in its own way. There is no class that can be called shit.
And who are you? Are you the fifth missing eldest child who was taken away by the cultists and turned into a deer that prevents players from finding the remaining children because he thinks they will harm them?
Oh no, it's not like that. I'm a simple merchant who sometimes appears in the game, and the costume is just for Halloween.
By the way, when do you appear in the game?
I only show up during the day and offer the players various equipment so that they can find and free the missing children as soon as possible.
And where are you at night? Why don't you help the players at night and come over? And as far as I know, you don't just help the players, but for a fee, which you accept in the form of animal skins.
This is the werewolf deer. Catch him and bring him to the scientists.
Thanks to me, players will be able to extend their lives. Finally, the best class has appeared in the game.
Law, I think I just heard someone say something about the best class.
Yes, because thanks to me, after death, the player will still be able to play.
Yes, but it only lasts 8 seconds, and if you're playing alone, it's completely useless. I am the best class in the game, because from the start, players immediately have access to the best weapons with unlimited ammunition. And thanks to this, you don't have to look for any weapons at all.
Hey, I think someone mentioned the best weapon.
Yes, I am the best class in the game with powerful weapons at the start of the game.
Actually, my rifle is much more powerful than your alien blaster. I'm shocked that you are the superior race in the universe, and all you could come up with is a blaster that is much weaker than a rifle.
Yes, but my ammunition is infinite.
Yes, but one of my cartridges can be easily manufactured, and one of my cartridges is comparable to only 10 of your blaster shots.
I received a message that someone is discriminating against the alien race and saying that our weapons are bad.
I was just joking. I like your weapon.
That's better. Otherwise, I would have had to use my huge blaster, and then after the shot, only one rabbit's foot would have remained of you. And returning to the topic, I want to say that I am the best class in the game.
Yes, it's hard to argue with that, but you're worth a whole 600 crystals.
Dude, have you seen that it's double diamonds weekend? That means it'll be much easier to get 600 diamonds than before.
And that's the only reason you should buy me.
And why is that?
Well, probably because I'm the best class in the game, since I can resurrect dead cultists and make them fight for me. So now I, that is, the player himself, thanks to me, become the king of cultists.
So you're saying you're the best class just because you can have an army of cultists?
Yes, because an army of cultists is the best thing you can do in the game.
I think someone mentioned the army.
Yes, I can recreate an entire army of cultists and make them fight for me.
That's cool, of course, but aren't alpha wolves or bears stronger than ordinary cultists?
Lol. Beastmaster's abilities are cooler than Necromancer's, even though his class is much cheaper. Specifically, 400 diamonds.
It's certainly amusing to realize that Beastmaster is better than Necromancer, but to say that it's the best class is silly.
Why is that? I can create an entire army of animals that will quickly destroy anyone.
Yes, but literally a couple of shots from my cannon and your army's gone.
Well, that's certainly true, and it's hard to argue with that.
Hey, what about me? If I build a fuel generator, I'll have an endless supply of ammunition too. And I can automatically cook fried food and attack a crowd of enemies at once.
Yes, but first of all, my blaster doesn't need to be charged. And from the very start of the game, the player has access to strong armor and doesn't need to look for leather or iron armor.
Cappuccino assassino! In my opinion, our viewers don't really like animal brain rot, and the assassin class has been outdated for a long time, so there's no point in buying it now.
It's been a long time since we last saw each other here. As you may have noticed, I'm not in this video, but it's not over yet, so be sure to watch it until the end. And write in the comments how you like the game's plants versus brain rots or grow a garden, because we have the opportunity to visit these games and get to know the characters, as well as some of your comments under the video. If you want to be in one of the next videos like these guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like it, and write a comment. Now I have to leave so you can continue watching this debate between the characters. Although, to be honest, I don't think there is a better one among them, and each is good in its own way.
Yeah? What if I shoot you with my huge blaster?
By and large, nothing will happen, but I'm not going to take any chances and disappear.
So where were we? Oh yes. You claimed that I'm not the best class, but I have a cool appearance and even look a bit like Dr. Doom from the Marvel Universe.
Yes, that's true, but players still play in their own skins. And when they choose your class, nothing changes visually.
You're right, but when players choose me, their visual style changes a bit, because I repeat, at the start I have armor and a huge powerful laser blaster.
Yes, but we all forget that we are insignificant compared to the local monsters. That is, deer, sheep, and owls don't care who we are. They can defeat us anyway.
You're right about that. But with even the simplest flashlight, they're automatically defeated.
Yes, it stops them, but for example, a ram starts to accelerate and can cause quite a lot of damage.
Yes, but if you play Roblox for more than 15 minutes, it's not a problem for you to escape from it or somehow confuse it.
Hey, by the way, at the start of the game, I also have access to an awesome weapon with infinite ammo. My flaming arrows can easily destroy any animal and automatically roast its meat.
That's true, but you have a very long reload time. After all, you have to reload after literally every shot.
Yes, but my class is much cheaper than yours.
Well, you can't argue with that. It's true. Your class costs only 200 diamonds. But don't forget that it's double diamonds weekend. So my Cyborg class is even easier to get than before. Listen, why don't you disappear like these characters? Objectively speaking, you're worse than me. And by the end of the video, only the best class should remain.
Hey, look what's coming.
What is approaching?
It's just advertising.
Well, that was the best and most appropriate commercial break I've ever seen. And the zombie disappeared. Well, at least it only cost 100 diamonds.
But dude, isn't 100 diamonds a lot? The abilities of a zombie are very similar to those of a medic, but a medic can be purchased for only 40 diamonds.
Well, you're right. Then it's strange why he stayed here with us for so long.
And you'd better not mention that it's Double Diamond Weekend right now.
Why?
Because this video will most likely be released after the event is over.
Well, okay. Then let's move on to the next person to leave the list of characters.
But we haven't seen or listened to many other classes yet. Suddenly, they might turn out to be better than us.
Listen, all the previous classes are very situational and not universal. Yes, some of them are cheaper and each has its own advantages. For example, take the Poison Master class. It has interesting abilities and unique armor, and it only costs 200 diamonds, but can it be called one of the best?
And what do you think? Is he better than me? If you think he's better than me, then I'll disappear and he'll take my place.
What? Do you really think I'm better than Alien? His class costs half as much.
Yes, but I like your visual style. You're kind of like Kratos from the God of War universe. And you have armor that Alien doesn't have. So for me, and I'm sure for many others, you're definitely better.
Well, thank you. Then let's get rid of the others. I think the next one to leave the list of best characters should be Necromancer.
What? Why is that? I'm a new class in the game, and I can also see better in the dark.
Yes, that's cool, but it's unlikely to save you from the deer and other creatures. So there are 4 of us left. That's me, Poison Master, Big Game Hunter, and Beastmaster.
Listen, I think the choice is obvious. The next one we're going to kick out is Big Game Hunter.
But I can consume animal skins to get permanent bonuses, and I can also consume mammoth tusks endlessly to constantly regain health.
That's the thing. You have absolutely ordinary abilities. Your only advantage is that, at the beginning of the game, you immediately have access to a rifle with ammunition. And that's it. Moreover, your ammunition is not infinite, and the price for your class is too high. If you cost at least 200 diamonds, you could stay here, but with a price of 600 diamonds, it's time to say goodbye.
But I don't want to leave at all.
I knew this would happen, so turn around. So there are 3 of us left. Who will be the next to leave us?
Well, I think you both agree that I'll stay here until the end.
I disagree with that. You're quite an old character, and your price is also indecently inflated.
Well, I can say the same about you.
Well, in that case, Beastmaster should leave us. Yes, you have cool abilities with new mechanics, but you are quite expensive, specifically 400 diamonds, and I think players would rather just go into battle and destroy their opponents than tame animals and build their army.
Actually, I disagree with you. Because some people really like playing tactics where you have to gather an army of animals and walk with them. But as for the price, I agree with you because you can find a flute for taming animals. But you can't find a pipe with poisoned arrows. Well, friends, then I have no choice but to do this.
Well, now it's just you and me. Which one of us will stay and be the best class in the game?
You know, let the viewers of this video decide for themselves. Let them write comments ranking the top 3 classes, and in the next video, we'll find out which class turned out to be the best in the game.